Good evening and welcome to the Nightline English News Bulletin from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation. My name is Mariam Hamid, and first are the headlines. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has said the government will continue to do better researches that would facilitate getting better ways of harvesting rainwater. The second Vice President of Zanzibar, Honorable Hemed Suleiman Abdullah, has said the government will continue to strengthen the existing cooperation between Zanzibar and Kuwait. The Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Honorable Simai Mohammed Said, has ordered tourist car drivers to consider parking laws at Stone Town areas. And now the news in details. Zanzibar. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has said the government will continue to do better researches that would facilitate getting better ways of harvesting rainwater with the aim of increasing resources of clean and safe water in the country. Now let's join with our reporter.
Opening an international water conference at Golden Tulip Hotel at the Zanzibar airport, Dr. Mwinyi said the move would help increase efficiency and implement the 5-year investment of water in the country that has been unveiled in March this year. He also urged the Ministry of Water, Energy and Minerals and Zanzibar Water Authority, ZAWA, to cooperate with researchers of Water Master Plan in order to have a strong plan of making research needed for the development of Zanzibar.
Ninatambua juhudi mbalimbali zinazochukuliwa katika kufanya utafiti wa kuangalia vyanzo vya maji kupitia ufadhili wa shirika.
I know various efforts are taken in conducting researches of looking for sources of water through the sponsorship of German development stakeholder KfW, the researches of looking for water in the worlds sponsored by JICA, the sponsorship of Ruden from Norway that will look on alternative sources of water from sea, non-sea and sea freshwater. The government will continue doing researches that will show better ways of harvesting rainwater as well as find other sources of water and finally aid efficiency in this sector for the benefit of the people.
Vyanzo vingine vya maji na hatimaye kuongeza ufanisi katika sekta hii kwa manufaa ya wananchi.
Earlier, the Minister of Water, Energy and Minerals, Honorable Sahib Hassan Kaduwara, said till now there are a total of 9 water plan projects implemented by the ministry and urged the people to continue to be patient while the government is in the process of bringing development to its people in the sector.
Kila mwananchi wa Zanzibar ana kiu ya maji na hataki tena kusikia.
Each person of Zanzibar has the thirst of water. They need not want to hear anything except when they will get clean and safe water. Thus, my advice to them is to continue to be patient, and in the short-coming period, they will get enough water.
Tutapata maji ya kututosheleza.
For his part, the Executive Director of Global Water Partnership, Tanzania, Dr. Victor Kongo, said the conference has involved various researchers of water, including the Institution of SADC and the University of Dar es Salaam, aiming at uniting efforts of implementation of master plan of investment in the sector of water to minimize the problem of availability of water services. Reporting for ZBC, Ilham Mahmoud.
Zanzibar. The second Vice President of Zanzibar, Honorable Hemed Suleiman Abdullah, has said the government will continue to strengthen the existing cooperation between Zanzibar and Kuwait for the interest of both sides. Here is the news from our correspondent.
Speaking with the Kuwait Ambassador of Tanzania, Honorable Mubarak Mohammed Al-Sehyan, Honorable Hemed said the two countries' cooperation is of a long period, thus it needs to be further enhanced. He said at the talks, including among other things, they have agreed to continue with the reformation of the Mnazi Mmoja Referral Hospital and established investment in the education sector.
We are promoting cooperation between the two countries. Our Kuwaiti colleagues have a great contribution in supporting Tanzania in various projects, and in the side of Zanzibar, they have the ongoing projects of the maintenance of Mnazi Mmoja Referral Hospital. Thus, we have talked about how to facilitate the project so that it could move quickly, and he promised me that for their side they will take immediate steps to see where the project stuck, and they will hasten the ways to ensure it move on.
For his part, the Kuwait ambassador to Tanzania, Honorable Mubarak Mohammed, assured the second vice president that his country will continue to enhance the relation between the two Brazil countries.
With our government, you know that we have a special relation with Zanzibar, especially for many sectors. I can tell you after the cameras leave this office to discuss with you more details about that.
Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I am Abdulghan Rashid.
Zanzibar. The Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Honorable Simai Mohammed Said, has ordered the tourist car drivers to consider parking laws at Stone Town areas in order to preserve the image of the ancient town. Saidi Kututwa reports.
Eneo la Tembo Hotel, vitanda vilivyowekwa chini katika beach.
At Tembo Hotel, tourists use beds kept on the beach for doing sunbathing. It is not allowed for guests to stay there. Instead, they should stay indoors in a hotel because the area is used by the public, both children and youths. The situation available there is not pleasant to our culture. We tolerate a lot of things because we wanted a business of tourism, but we must balance other things in order to go parallel with our culture.
Lazima pia tuya balance kwa kiustaarabu wetu.
Speaking with leaders of his ministry, Honorable Simai expressed his dissatisfaction of tourist car parking and taxis at the area as well as the environmental cleanness. At the meeting, Honorable Simai reminded people who conducted their activities in Stone Town not to use color billboard as it is directed by the law of town, and insisted that legal action should be taken to those who are violating the laws.
Nimetoa agizo bidhaa zote ambazo wanauziwa wageni.
I have issued an order. All products that are selling to foreigners must be price labeled to avoid the tourists seeing that they are deceived. When foreigners go there, local people sold to them a product cost 50,000 shillings for $100, which is equivalent to 200,000 and 30,000 shillings. This is a fraud to foreigners.
$30,000 ni udanganyifu kwa wageni.
Reporting for ZBC Nightline, Said Kututwa.
Zanzibar. The Ministry of Construction, Communications and Transportation has said in ensuring vehicles at sea are being taken care of, it has installed 4 antennas to enable them to view big ships sailing along the coastal islands of Zanzibar. Here is our story.
Responding to a question at the ongoing session of the House of Representatives, the Deputy Minister concerned, Honorable Nadil Abdul Latif, said the move would help find ships with the equipment of communications. He said, among the areas that have been installed with antennas include areas of Nungwi, Makunduchi, Kigomasha and Chumbe, whereas the target is to ensure more peaceful for the vehicles, passengers and cargoes on board.
It is true that the maritime transportation in our country is not supervised well, but in an effort to monitor the schedules of maritime vessels for their safety and protection, the ZMA has now installed 4 antennas in Unguja, Makunduchi, Kigomasha and Chumbe areas that use the German CleanForm system. The system will enable to see all large ships equipped with the communications equipment when they reach the reef of the islands of Unguja and Pemba.
He also said the ministry through Zanzibar Marine Authority, ZMA, continue to educate people the importance of registering their vehicles as well as having lifeboats when ferrying passengers from one side to another. Neema Majeshi, ZBC.
West District B. More than 1,900 traffic offenses have been reported and escalated in August this year compared to the month of July. Here is the details of the story.
A statistician from the Division of Gender, Criminal and Civil Offences in the Office of the Chief Statistician, Ms. Asha Musa Mahfoud, made the remarks when presenting a version of accident and traffic offences for August 2022. She said out of 1,995 offences committed by male drivers, only 1 offence is committed by a female driver. During the meeting, Police Inspector Mr. Said Ali Said urged drivers to follow road instruction and guidelines and urged the people to report cases of immoral drivers and daladala conductors in order to reduce the number of accidents in the country.
West District B. One person about 50 years has died after drowning in Jangamzini pool at Fuoni, Mambosasa in West District B, where she could not immediately be known by her name or her relatives. For more information, let's join with our Nightline reporter.
Confirming the incident, a doctor at Nazimojo Hospital, Asia Mohammed, said they had received the body of the person while was already dead, and after examination they found that her death was resulted by lack of breathing in the water. I received the dead body of a person aged 52 whose name is still unknown. A person sank in a pool at Fuonim Tandani. When we received her, she was already dead. The official of the fire brigade and rescue operation, Kasim Haji, said they had received information about the drowning of the person on time and made efforts to rescue her.
With the fire and rescue operation force, we received information that there is a person sank in a pool at Fuonim Tundani. We started to find the person, and with the great cooperation from the people of this area, we succeeded to get her while she was already dead.
Speaking on the occasion, the West District B Commissioner, Hamida Musa Hamis, urged the people not to use the area because it is dangerous, while the government finds a solution to the challenge. We received information on time. The fire and rescue operation force also reached here on time. In fact, this pool is dangerous because it is near the people's settlements. Currently, the government is in the process of solving this challenge, but my advice to the people nearby is to live from the pool because it is dangerous for their safety, and incidents like this could happen at any time. Reporting for ZBC, Ilham Mahmoud.
Before the end of the news, here are the headlines again. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has said the government will continue to do better researches that would facilitate getting better ways of harvesting rainwater. The second Vice President of Zanzibar, Honorable Hamed Suleiman Abdullah, has said the government will continue to strengthen the existing cooperation between Zanzibar and Kuwait. The Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Honorable Simai Mohammed Said, has ordered tourist car drivers to consider parking laws at Stone Town areas. And this is the end of this week's English news from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation. Thank you and goodbye.
The Islamic Foundation, the Islamic Foundation, the Islamic Foundation.